Enzo, Palmer, Cucurella, João Pedro, Caicedo. Your tears. Ooh, salty. Welcome to episode 67 of the Clock Enders podcast. I'm your host, Reginald Dino. Wow. Not much to talk about in the first half of our Carabao Cup second leg at the Emirates. Not much to talk about in the first half. Or was there? I think there was. That performance was a professional performance. And I know there wasn't goals, there wasn't much that had happened from Arsenal, even from Chelsea. That's a professional performance. You put the onus on Chelsea to do something. If nothing happens, you go to the final. If something happens and it's not for you, then it's a totally different game. But I think Mikel Arteta got it absolutely spot on. You have to come in here and do something. You're going to get desperate and leave spaces in behind you. We'll exploit them because we don't have to come out and do anything. Now, if Arsenal were 3-2 down and we're at home at the Emirates, it's a different performance, 100%. But Arsenal got it right. We don't have to do anything. You have to come out and play us. You have to come out and play us. That Chelsea tactic was ridiculous, in my opinion, because you pretty much wasted 45 minutes. I don't know what you were doing. I was thinking the same thing as some of the commentators were thinking when I was watching the game. He's got something up his sleeve for second half. It has to be, because what are they doing? And it was to bring Cole Palmer and Estevao on. Guys, listen, I know players are good. But if you're leaving Cole Palmer and Estevao on the bench thinking they're going to come in here and flip the game on its head, sorry, guys. I don't know how we're ranking these players or how we're perceiving these players, but to me, Cole Palmer's not the guy that's going to do that. You're putting your trust in a 17-year-old Estevao to do. That's not the guy that's going to do that. Fantastic performance today by the Arsenal. 1-0 win. Kai Havertz scores an injury time to seal it, but it was already done, but he sealed it. Referee wanted to add more time than what was the actual injury time. No problem. Pop a goal. Have that, Chelsea. And I was thinking during the game, I think most of the fans, and it's the fans that put the pressure on, and me included, sometimes me included. We put the pressure on the players, or we put the pressure on the magnitude of the game. We go into games against Tottenham and Chelsea and City and Liverpool and Man United, and we want to beat them 4-0. We want to beat them 5-0 so we can turn around to their fans and say, you guys stink. When Tottenham came to the Emirates and got demolished 4-1, I didn't hear a peep out of any Tottenham fans. Not a peep from Tottenham fans. You play Man United at home and lose 3-2, and that's all the noise you hear. Even though you're still 17, 16, 15 points behind us, it's still 3-2 at the Emirates. It's all you hear. So I think fans want to go into the game and win those games just so that they have banter to talk to other fans about. And I'll put my hand up for not all of the teams, but Liverpool especially. I have some Liverpool fans that need to be put in their place. United fans, I'm not worried about, because I look at the standings and I look at your team and I look at the shambles your club's in. I look at your roof of your stadium leaks. You're a poverty club, so I don't come at them too hard. It's fine. But I think them as fans, us as fans, want to be able to give banter to other clubs. And that's when we see 1-0 against Brighton and they're giving us grief, and we take that grief into Twitter and TikTok and whatever. And again, I'm guilty of it too. I'm not going to say you guys. I'm guilty of it too. But Mikel Arteta has a job to do. That's to get to win the Premier League, and anything else that comes after that is, I think, gravy. Win Champions League, that's great. But I don't think you go into the season saying we're going to win Champions League. I think you go into the season saying you're going to win the league. Anything else after that's bonus. So when you get to a certain position or a certain point in the bonus stuff, you gotta, and you want to come out with a win, there's certain performances you have to put in. And that today was a performance where we don't have to do anything. Chelsea, you're at our home patch, come play. And Chelsea was garbage in the first 45 minutes. You shouldn't be feeling us out when you're a goal down. And again, I come back to, you think Cole Palmer and Estevao and whoever the hell else you brought on they're going to be the guys that flip the switch and flip the game on its head, bro? You're in dreamland. Those aren't the guys. Those are not the guys. A couple of weeks ago, we were talking about bad coaching, clubs being naive, especially when it comes to set pieces against Arsenal. This is what I said. Because when Ben White scored the first goal off the corner, I'm getting messages, set piece again, set piece again, set piece again. And I said, listen, guys, if you're a fan of a club team that doesn't know how to defend corners, you should be embarrassed. You should be looking at your manager saying, how come you don't know how to defend corner kicks? Arsenal have been scoring corners end of last season, all of this season. We've been nicknamed Set Piece FC. If you play for a club team that's playing against Arsenal and you get scored off a corner, you should be looking at your manager embarrassed. Don't look at Arsenal and say, oh, all you guys do is score from corner. Don't look at us. You gotta look at your manager. If you're a manager and you're not doing that, what the hell are you doing? So finally, a manager comes out and actually does something. And I give Rosinier some praise for that. Most teams, not most, all of the teams we've played so far, not most, all of them, have just gone back into the 18-yard box and tried to hold and grab, and people are complaining, oh, look what Arsenal is doing. This is not football. It's like rugby out there. It's rugby out there because the other team, all of their players are in the box as well. All of our players are in the box again as well, inside the 6-yard box, holding, grabbing, clutching, pulling, whatever. Sure, it looks like rugby, but it's not just Arsenal doing it. It's the other team that's how they're trying to defend this. And goals are still being scored. And own goals are being scored because the ball is in the right spot to score and we're putting pressure on and it can go anywhere at that point. Ping pong off anybody and go in. But today I saw finally someone tried something and did something. Mind you, it probably wouldn't have had an effect if Gabriel was able to get his head on one of the balls because he was being marked by Enzo Fernandez. He's probably got a foot height on him, and how much more strength, but whatever. We're not going to go into that part of it. But as soon as the ball, if you didn't watch the game, when the ball was coming in from a corner, 3 guys ran out. So, of course, 3 or 4 Arsenal players have to run out to cover them because they're running to center. So players got to go back with them. So that draws out 3 of our players. Now, the 3 players that it drew out were Martinelli, I think Zubamendi, I think Eza, and I think Jurrien Timber. Or I think Timber was actually still in the box. It was one other player. I forget who it was. But those are the 3 guys that came out. So if you're looking at an Arsenal, you still have Gabriel, Saliba, Rice. You still have Eza in the box. Timber, who's pretty good, getting up as well. So you still have the main guys that score the goals off headers in there. Gyökeres was in there. But finally, a coach puts in a strategy, looks at the tape and says, in order to avoid us being scored on a corner, here's what we're going to do. And when I saw it, I was just like, whoa, wait, what's going on here? Where are those guys going? And then I see 3 Arsenal players leave. What's going on? Finally, Finally, your manager said, enough's enough, and tried to do something about it. Imagine that. So I give praise to Liam Sr. Tried to do something. Now, the rest of the tactic for the rest of the game, I don't know. That looked like a don't get embarrassed. We're losing this tie 5-0 already. Let's just not lose it 10. It didn't look like a team that was only one goal away from having it go to extra time. But anyway, who cares? I'll take it. Lineup looked different as well. Our lineup, Arsenal's lineup, looked different as well. As they finally starts, Odegaard says, they said Odegaard was sick at the beginning. You know, I was actually not excited, but looking forward to seeing Odegaard play today based off the 20 minutes he put in last game. But they said he was under the weather, so he didn't play. Saka's still carrying that knock. And everybody else was available. I looked at it and said, yes, Madueke, against your old team at the Emirates, you're not going to get booed or that loudly booed from the Chelsea fans. Put in a performance, did well, did okay. I mean, didn't do anything bad for me. The only thing that I would have liked to have seen today is if we're going to play as a, no problem, we're going to play as a, when it was time to bring Havertz on, I would have loved to have seen Havertz and Gyökeres try to combine again like they have in the only time we've seen them play together. You know what happened. But if he doesn't, Kai Havertz might not be in the position to score that goal at the end to really seal it if Gyökeres is still on the field. So silver lining to everything. Silver lining to everything that happened today. So, I mean, I haven't heard anything from any of my Chelsea fan friends. Haven't heard nothing from them. I'm probably going to go online and hear some nonsense. I know I'm going to hear we didn't have Reece Nelson today. That's why you guys got lucky.
Shut up, man.
So, I mean, whatever, I guess he would have turned up the pressure, and he would have turned the game around and turned the game on its head, I guess. Reece Nelson from the left back position. All right. I saw a tweet or a meme or something. If Chelsea play Reece James, Cucurella, Fofana, and Shabala in the middle together, Arsenal will not get a sniff on the net or some nonsense like that. I was just like, oh my God. And this is why I was talking about in the beginning. This is why you want your team to go out there and smoke guys, so we can bring back these receipts and say, yo, nonsense. But anyways, guys, no player ratings today. We went through. Everybody gets an 8. It's not fair. Kepa never gets on the screen. What did Kepa have to do? A couple of shaky moments from Kepa, but whatever. We have the best defense in the league, so we were able to help him out there. No real surprise from us. Second, third gear game for Arsenal. Didn't need to get into first. Didn't need to. Chelsea should have come out in first gear, first A1 gear, AB gear, every gear they should have gone through today, and they didn't get out of second for me until it was too late. And even when it was too late, balls never came across into the box. There were no dangerous balls whipped in. They're still recycling it back and forth, and it's like, why aren't they pumping the ball in the box? I don't understand this. Again, don't care. I'll take it. So, guys, next week, somebody's going to drop points. Liverpool plays Man City. Well, Liverpool cares. They're actually, I don't even know how far they are, but I believe it's double digits. We have Sunderland at the Emirates Saturday at 10 Eastern, I believe. Don't get that game confused as well. I watched Sunderland Burnley. I know it's only Burnley. Yes, I know, but And I did this last week when I watched Leeds Everton, and then, oh my God, Leeds looked amazing. Sunderland looked amazing. I know it's Burnley. But Granit Xhaka didn't play. I don't know if he's injured, but hopefully he's there to take a nice warm reception from the Arsenal faithful who remember his contributions to our season. So that's on Saturday. But Man City and Liverpool play Saturday, so there's going to be drop points there. I don't know who United play. Hopefully Liverpool can do us a favor. I don't ask for much, but whatever. So guys, if you're not subscribed to the podcast, please hit the bell. You'll get a notification every time I put out something new on YouTube. If you're not involved in the conversation on TikTok or Instagram, get involved there. There's lots of comments, lots of conversation, lots of good banter flying around on the TikTok page as well. If you haven't subscribed there, subscribe there. If you haven't subscribed to YouTube, do that as well. So guys, professional performance, not much you can say. Job done. On to Wembley, March 22nd. Come on, you Gunners.